What is good? I sadly just watched my favorite television show end. Inside the NBA is over. TNT is over. I'm moving on to the finals. And it sucks. But the best thing about it all is Rajon Rondo. They're just showing him, he's just sitting there with his head on looking around. And look at all these peasants. All these peasants are celebrating like we did something. We ain't done a damn thing. Rajon Rondo just looks at these assholes. They're all peasants. They're just celebrating for nothing. But yeah, that's the best part. I love it. Rajon Rondo said, they said, "What you doing for fun?" Rajon Rondo said, "You doing shit." He said, "Hey, you fishing? You fishing? You golfing?" Doing nothing. I'm getting ready for basketball. Love Rajon Rondo. Sounds like the Terminator. He said, "No, I'm getting ready for basketball. Doing basketball things. I'm not golfing." But yeah, last week was good, and we'll go on into this week. We're at Vegas. It's a mile and a half. It's a steep track, but it's a mile and a half track. Yeah, there's a lot of good plays. You know what I'm saying? There's bunches of good plays, but up at the top it's gonna be pretty chalky, I think. But yeah, and it sucks because I think it's good chalk. But yeah, we'll start right at the top at Harvick. I think he's gonna be really popular. He's starting him first. He's a guy I wish I could fade, but you can't. You can't fade him. He's good. Like, he can dominate here. He's dominated steep tracks this year. He has the most laps led, fastest laps. He's won the most races. He's starting on the pole. He could come out here and lead a ton of laps and win, and he's easily on the winning lineup. So for that, you can't fade him? Of course not. Can you go underweight? Yeah. He's gonna be popular. He's gonna be really popular. So yeah, I wish I had more of him last week. To like take my Hamlin lines away and had Harvick, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have my fair share of him. Am I gonna be overweight? I don't know. I'm underweight. I don't know with the field. I don't know. I just know that I damn sure will have Kevin Harvick. It's just a matter of what you want to do. Like, do you think he's gonna dominate? You play him. You think that maybe he just doesn't dominate too much and kind of fades back? You don't play him. I think that if he has the car to dominate, which he easily could, he's gonna dominate. So I like the play. That is for damn sure. It's just a matter of what I want to do. Keselowski, I like him a lot starting 12th. I don't necessarily love his, you know what I'm saying, the price on DraftKings, but starting 12th, yeah, I think that there's a very good chance Keselowski finishes top 5. If he doesn't get in a wreck tomorrow, I think he'll be a top 5 car. So starting 12th, he just has place differential built in. We're gonna get fastest laps. So yes, I like Keselowski for sure. Hamlin, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. If you just looked at steep track data, you'd be like, yeah, okay, let's play him. Like, if you just said, oh, with steep tracks this year, which you can play him, but I mean, he has not been good here. So he's a guy I do want to fade because I think I do not like Hamlin tomorrow. He's one of the guys I don't like. Like, I love Truex though. Like, I think I like Truex more than Harvick, even though Harvick is a great player. I just don't think Truex will be as high owned, but he's going to be high owned as well. I think he's a marvelous play. He's very good on this track. just with his track history alone, he's gonna be popular starting 11th. Uh, but like, why would I play Denny Hamlin when I like Truex so much more? Like, I think Truex can win this race. I do not think Denny Hamlin can win this race. So I like Truex a lot. Um, Joey Logano starting fifth. The starting fifth is the problem for me. Um, uh, he leads a lot of laps here. He's won two of the last three races. He's won. So right there, that makes him a good play, even starting fifth. But I don't I don't love Joey Logano because I think Joey Logano has to lead laps to do what he needs to do to be on the winning team. So I don't love him, but I think that he easily could because I just look, he's led a lot of laps here. So yeah, hell yeah, I think he could get up and lead laps. I wouldn't want to play really Logano and Harvick together too much personally because I would want one of them to lead a lot of laps and the other one not to. Um, I think that he's a good play. I just don't love Joey Logano tomorrow. And I don't know if I'll have any because I'm only making 20 teams and I'm trying to make the winning team. So when I don't think Joey Logano has a very high chance of being on the winning team, or I can't say I don't think he has a high chance of being on the winning team. I just don't think he will be on the winning team. So there, I want to fade when I like other play. Like I would rather go down a little bit to Chase Elliott starting third because I love these Chevys on mile and a half. But I just don't love Joey Logano. But I do like Joey Logano more than I like Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch starting second. I'm fading. That's an easy fade for me. He did what I needed him to do last week. It was fantastic. I jump off, like jump back, get back. I'd rather play Logano than Kyle Busch, so I'll stay away from that. Chase Elliott, like I said, starting third. Um, I love these Chevys on the mile and a half. So I like all of this team. Um, I just don't love him starting third, but that'll keep his ownership down some. You know what I'm saying? And he could like easily tomorrow lead laps, fastest laps, and finish in the top five, and be on the winning team. So like you can give me some of that. Like I like Chase Elliott over the previous, like over Kyle Busch for sure. I mean, Kyle Busch is just an easy fade for me. Um, not saying the Kyle Busch could get out in the first, like get out and pass Harvick early and lead a bunch of laps, and all them Harvick owners might be just pissed the hell off. And Kyle Busch leads the first 100 laps of this race, 150 laps of this race. Yeah. So you don't necessarily want to just fade them all together, like, but I am because guy's been dog shit. So I would rather go to Chase Elliott. Um, I just don't know how popular it'll be because he is starting third. We'll move to his teammate Byron. I mean, it's just what you want to do. Do you want to play Chalk Byron starting 28th? Or do you want to fade Chalk Byron starting 28th? It's all up to you. I mean, I always fade this motherfucker. Always, like constantly. But I don't want to fade him tomorrow or today or whatever. I don't want to fade him. The floor is fantastic starting 28th. I think he could easily finish top 10 if he doesn't get into anything. The problem is he always gets into anything, you know what I'm saying? He always getting into something. So the upside is there, the floor is there, but him wrecking as Chalk is there all the fuck every time he straps into a race car because he's just not that good. Um, all up to you. Be with the field, whatever you think that's gonna be. If you think he's gonna be 30%, 25%, I don't know what the hell. I don't know how chalky he's gonna be. I just know he's gonna be popular, and I want to just be under or fade, and go down to Blaney because I like Blaney more. But Byron is a good play, especially if you're playing a cash team. But Blaney starting 15th. He should have been better. He should have been better last week, but he wasn't. I like him on these mile and a halves a lot. I want him to be kind of low owned because people just go to Byron and like people say, "Oh, well, I'll just play Jimmy Johnson because he's starting a couple spots further back, or a few spots further back." I like Blaney because Blaney has a better card than both of them. I think Blaney has a better chance of having more fastest laps. I think he has a better chance of getting up and leading laps than both of them for sure. So, yeah, I like Blaney a lot. I'll be probably overweight on Blaney. I don't know what I'll be with Byron, but like I already said, I fade him all the time, and I don't want to fade him. So that just tells you how good of a player I think he is. Jimmy Johnson starting 18th. He has a very good chance of finishing in the top 10 if he doesn't get into a wreck or doing anything stupid or hit a wall or just do Jimmy Johnson things. He's starting 18th. So I like him. I think he's a good play. How much do I end up with? I don't know. Kurt Busch starting 9th. It's just a fade. I don't even want to waste my time. Jones is almost the same. The way that he's on the winning team tomorrow is that he gets fastest laps. Just like he just ends up like at the end of the race, he just ends up with like I don't know 20, 25 fastest. Like damn, Jones ended up with 20 fastest laps, and then has a decent finish. You know what I'm saying? Like finishes 9th or something. So that there doesn't make him like you don't necessarily want to just say he's just some easy fade. Like kind of like I think Kurt Busch is a fade. So yeah, he's okay. I just don't love the play. Not a terrible play, but I don't love it. Better than Almirola, better than Kurt Busch, better than Boyer. So right here in this range is not very good. So I would go to Jones, but Almirola starting 4th. He's just a fade for me. Like kind of the same thing with Jones. Maybe he could get fastest laps and he could finish top 5 because you know what I'm saying. There's a point in the season when Almirola was just balling out, just balling. But yeah, I don't want to play him starting 4th, so I'm gonna fade him. Almirola is a better play than Boyer, so Boyer's just an easy fade, so let's just skip that. MDB starting 19th. He's alright. It's just he's been bad lately. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they told him like, look, Brown, I don't think we'll bring you back. Well, that hasn't come out, so they haven't told him that. But I don't know if he's gonna come back. But he just hasn't been running well. He's out of the playoffs now, but he is starting 19th, so he could be good. I just don't have a lot of confidence in him to be good and finish 10th. Can he? Yeah. Stenhouse starting 33rd. I just hate it because he's going to be chalk. Like, I think he probably should be the highest on guy. It's just the probability of wrecking is none higher than Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson. Let me just say, just fucked him last week. Just fucked him. But it doesn't matter. Very probability of wrecking, but he's starting 33rd. So what the fuck? The guy literally could go out tomorrow, finish 13th, and I wouldn't blink an eye. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. And he's starting 33rd. So right there, that tells you it's a fantastic play. I'm always overweight. These are the times that I would be underweight, but I don't know if I will be because he's such a great play. Starting 33rd. Austin Dillon. I'm gonna be overweight. I know that because I know he's gonna be low on starting 7th. But it was good. I liked the fade last week. It was just an easy fade. It has been for a couple of weeks, but here it's not an easy fade on a mile and a half. I love these Chevys on mile and a half. I love him. I'm not saying I like his teammate. I like the Hendricks. I like the Chevys. They got speed. So I like Austin Dillon. I think that Austin Dillon could easily finish top 10 with fastest laps. And then bam. Just on the winning team. Like Austin Dillon go out here and get, I don't know how many of her fastest laps. Just some fastest laps. And finish 8th. And be on the winning team. Ryan Newman starting 27th. That is what I want to fade because he's been bad ever since he come back to racing. He just hasn't had no speed whatsoever lately. He's just out here just slow. He's gonna be kind of popular because he's starting 27th. I just would rather go to Austin Dillon and hope Austin Dillon do what I just said, or go down to Bowman because I know Bowman got the speed to do it. Go down to Bell, go down to Reddick. I just don't feel Newman when there's so much other plays right here. This is a bunch of plays that's just so good. From like MDB is alright, but from Stenhouse down is just a bunch of good plays. So I'll probably be underweight on Newman, especially how I feel. I want to just fade them all together and just go down to Bowman. Say, I'm going to take a couple shots of Bowman. I'm going to go down to Bell. I'm going to go down to Reddick. I'm going to go down to Custer. I'll go out to Austin Dillon. So, yeah, that's how I feel. Bowman starting 8th. I like how cheap he is. I think him and Austin Dillon is kind of in the same boat. Except Bowman's a little cheaper. He could finish top 10. He could have fastest laps. So I do like Bowman. Bell. I like Bell. I like him starting 26. I think that he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? If nothing happens, I think he'll be 20th or better. So you hope for the or better, and he comes out and gets lucky as hell and finishes 12th, finishes 11th. You know what I'm saying? So I like Bell. I hope that people play Newman and people play Reddick, who I like, or people play Bubba, and like people play other people and stay away from Bell, because I like Bell, but I also like Reddick starting 14th. Like I like this. I like him here. I like him starting 14th. I think he'll finish top 10. I like Bell a little more. I think it's close to me. I think I like Bell a little more, but I like both of them. I think I end up with a little more Bell than Reddick, but I like both. I like them more both than Bubba. Like Bubba's leaving the team now. Now it's been announced what is happening, and they've been bad, and he's starting 23rd, and I just think Bell has more upside. Like I think Bell could finish 8th in the race. I don't think Bubba could finish 8th, even though if it was different, if he was coming back next year to this team, I would feel differently about the situation. But I kind of want to stay away from Bubba with all these other plays. Like I'd rather go to Custer, starting one spot ahead of him. Like coming off he won the rookie. He's gonna be like he won the rookie of the year. I'm like, we know that he won the rookie of the year once he won the race, but he has more upside than Bubba. Like Bubba's been bad recently, and he's leaving. Like I just don't think that nobody cares no more about it, like what's going on. So give me Custer. So yeah, I like him. He's a pretty good play. He's right along with all the plays above him. Good. Matt Kenseth. He's been better. It's you know what I'm saying. It's been consistent. He's been consistent, but starting 20th, I just would rather play Custer. Like I might rather just go down to Busher and just hope Busher runs well. I don't love Kenseth starting 20th. He's not a terrible play. I just would rather play Custer. I would maybe rather play Bubba. I know I'd rather play Reddick, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, that's more expensive. I'd rather go down to Nemechek a little more than Kenseth. I don't love Nemechek either. I think he's alright. I think he's alright play. But like we're getting down into the where it's not good. So yeah, Busher I don't like. I mean, it was fantastic last week, but the finish last week is why he's starting here, and that's the same with McDowell. Like they're starting too high. Busher is okay. I'm gonna have shares of Busher because I don't love stuff down here, and Busher has the speed and has the upside to do what he did last week. So he could come up and finish 8th or 9th or 10th, or he could just finish 13th or 14th and do something, and be all right. I like Busher more than Kenseth, personally. I don't know if other people would agree with that, or Nemechek, but I like him more than Nemechek too because Nemechek fucked up. Yeah, I can't say what he does. McDowell's starting too high, 17th. I can't do it. Busher is the play here. Like Busher has the upside to me. McDowell don't have the upside to do what he did again last week. So I want to fade that. Ty Dillon, I don't love it because this team is gone. Like they announced that it's gone. It's over. This team is over. So like how much money are they putting into it? Like I would like to think like, oh, he want to go out like, you know what I'm saying, having a top 10 or something, but I don't know. I think they just dwindle on out of the business. And yeah, so he's probably going to be slow, and he's starting 24th. Suarez, we know Suarez is going to be slow as hell. He's starting 29th. He just moves up with maybe some wrecks. I don't like it. I'd rather go to Priest starting 21st, and I don't like that. He's just starting a little too high. I don't necessarily love him here on a mile and a half. Priest, I usually can get Priest right, so I don't really like it. He's alright. I would rather play LaJoy. I would rank LaJoy over Priest. So yeah, like the bunch of good plays is from, like, let's say you could start it at MDB, but really at Stenhouse, and then it goes down to like Custer, and then it's down to like kind of shit, which sucks. So that kind of means that out of my 20 teams, I'm probably gonna dip below LaJoy, which I definitely do not want to do. It's more of a 150 lineup thing because it's just so low percentage of being on a winning team. But you could do like a Harvick and a Truex, say, and still get some good things around if you went all the way down. I like LaJoy. I would rather try to get little money to get LaJoy because I think LaJoy could finish 25th and like be on, like LaJoy finishing 25th on the winning team. These guys lower, I don't think they have it. Like Priest could go out and run well and finish 19th or 20th and be on the winning team. Like that could happen. I like Priest over Suarez just because Suarez is slow as fuck and Ty is super slow. And I don't like McDowell starting 17th, and Busher I don't really like starting 16th, but Busher's okay. So Bilicki starting at 38th. I might have one team with him, maybe two teams with him, but see if I really like what I can get with him, or Poole all the way down at the bottom, starting 35th. Like he's okay. Like I think that Bilicki could finish 34th and just gain a couple spots. And if the guys do what you need them to do, like you say, you really hoping it's a two-dominator race where Kevin Harvick and Logano, say Kevin Harvick and Logano go out and lead all the laps. Like that's what you want. And then you throw in one of these Bilickis or Pools. That's the only two I will go to personally because I'm only making 20 teams. And I know I don't want more than probably 2 teams with each one of these dudes. I don't want one, but I definitely don't want more than 2. So I don't want 3 Bilicki teams, or I don't want 3 Pool teams. I don't want 3 LaJoy teams, I don't think. But I would rather get to LaJoy than them. So I would much rather have 3 LaJoy teams. I will not have 3 of these. I'm not gonna fuck up 6 of my 20 teams and these dudes just like do nothing and finish 38th and Poole finishes 38th. You know what I'm saying? And they don't do shit and there's no way they're on the winning team. You need them to move up from some spots. Hopefully 6 spots you want them to move up, each one of them. So yeah, those are the only 2 I would mess with. Poole is just because he's all the way down at the very bottom. And Bilicki, he's starting 38th. I think that he could go out and finish 33rd. And if the dudes do what you want, the dominators do what you want, and that's lead all the laps, and then your third guy gets a bunch of fastest laps, like out of nowhere, like whoever. The guys that are fast, you know what I'm saying? I talked about them. Like, say Bowman comes out of nowhere and has 19, 20 fastest laps, 25 fastest laps, and finishes well. And bam, he's on that team with them 2 dominators, and you throw in one of these cheap dudes, and then you just, you know what I'm saying, you're piecing your shit together. But you don't want to throw away too many lineups with these slow motherfuckers, because these dudes are slow. And I don't want to lose like that. I want to lose with dudes that can actually do something. So, yeah. That's it. We out this bitch. You got a question? Go ahead and ask. See ya.